ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिक्षीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरः ॐ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां श्रीकण्ठाराध्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां सदाशिवं शिवां स्कन्दं केशवं पद्मसम्भवं नन्दीश्वरं कुम्भयोनिं भरद्वाजात्रिगौतमान् नमोऽस्तु गुरवे नित्यं श्रीकण्ठशिवयोगिने श्रुतिसारशिवविशिष्टाद्वैतपरभाष्यविदायिने तदीचिम् उपमन्युञ्च मार्कण्डेयं पराशरं श्वेताचार्यं तच्छिष्यं नीलकण्ठशिवाह्वयम् जगद्गुरु श्रीकण्ठाराध्या रेणुकाराध्या मङ्गलं देहि प्रभो त्रैलोक्यसम्पदालेख्य समुल्लेखनभित्तये सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय शिवाय ब्रह्मणे नमः यामाहुः सर्वलोकानां प्रकृतिं शास्त्रपारगाः तां धर्मचारिणीं शम्भोः प्रणमामि परां शिवाम् अमृतार्थं प्रपन्नार्तां यासु विद्याप्रदायिनी अहर्निशमहं वन्दे ताम् ईशानमनोरमां साम्ब शिवाय नमः. So we are going to continue with the same topic where Vyasacharya enlightens Arjuna about Lord Shiva, describing Lord Shiva as the cause of all causes and describing Lord Shiva's divine features and the divine leelas of Lord Shiva. And he again and again states to Arjuna that Sharanam Gaccha Kaunteya, go and surrender to that Bhuvaneshwara who is the Lord of the universe. So we are going to continue on that topic. So 2 weeks back we saw about Dakshayajnam, Dakshayajna Leela recited by Vyasa to Arjuna, and then he recited the Tripurasura Leela where Mahadeva kills the Tripurasuras, and also he spoke about how the Devas went into Shiva Maya and then they surrendered again to Lord Shiva. So and then we are continuing from there. तेषां प्रसन्नो भगवान् सपत्नीको वृषध्वजः देवानां त्रिदशश्रेष्ठो दक्षयज्ञविनाशनः. So the foremost of all gods, who is the destroyer of the Daksha sacrifice, he blessed all the Devatas. Because after, the Devatas, after going into Ahankara, after recognizing that it is none other than Lord Shiva, the baby who is sitting in the lap of Parvati Mata, it is none other than Lord Shiva, and then they will surrender to Mahadeva. And then Mahadeva, who has the bull for his sign, because he is riding on the bull, and then who is the destroyer of the Daksha sacrifice, Sapatniko Vrishadvajaha, who is eternally along with Parashakti, he became gratified with the gods and he became gratified with the Devatas and blessed them. And then he goes on, Savai Rudrak Sacha Shivaha Sognihi Sarvascha Sarvavit Sa Chendraschaiva Vayuscha Soshvinaucha Sa Vidyutaha. Savai Rudraha, O Arjuna, he is Rudra. Very specific name, Rudra. The word Rudra comes 28 times in Rudram. Sacha Shivaha. It starts off by saying Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. 28 times the word Rudra comes. Rudra means the remover of all the sorrows. And then Sacha Shivaha. He is Mahadeva. He is Shiva. Shiva is a very unique word again. We have discussed this many times. The word Shiva also comes 16 times in Rudram. And just by reciting the word Shiva Shiva, one will get rid of all the sins. One becomes qualified to attain even the post of Brahma, Vishnu and Indra by chanting Shiva Shiva. So the word Shiva comes 16 times in Rudram. And Shiva Eko Dhyeyaha. Shiva is the only object of meditation. So Sa Agnihi. He is Agni. So the Vedas, whenever we start reciting the Vedas, we start off with that, Agni. That is actually, it is none other than Mahadeva's own form is Agni. So Ashtamurti. Ashtamurtir Anekatma Satvika Shuddha Vigraha. Mahadeva is Ashtamurti. Indra, Agni, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera, Yama. All of them are under the control of Lord Shiva. So the Vedas, we usually recite the Agni Suktam and then start off reciting the Vedas. Agnini ile purohitam yajnasya deva mritvijam hota aram ratnadatamam. So Agni himself is actually part and parcel of Lord Shiva. And then Sognihi, Sa Agnihi, Sarvascha Sarvavit. He is described as Sarva. Sarvo vai rudrastasmai rudraya namo astu. Sarvo hyesha rudrastasmai rudraya namo astu. Sarvo vai rudraha, Sarvo hyesha rudraha. It comes 3 times in the Mahanarayana Upanishad. Mahadeva is alone is present as everything. He alone has that sarvatvam. He alone has that all pervasiveness, no one else. And Sarvavit, he is all knowledgeable. He is omnipotent and omnipresent. He is the all-knowing. He is the only all-knowing personality. He is present in the heart of all the living entities. No, some people, they think something in their mind and then they do something. They have 2 faces. But Mahadeva resides in the heart of all the living entities and he knows even what you are thinking. If you are thinking in an evil way and showing yourself as a good person, Mahadeva knows that. Because Mahadeva resides in the heart of all the living entities, including the Devatas, including the hearts of Devatas. Devanagam Hridagebhyo, Rudram says, including in the hearts of Brahma and Narayana. Asmin Brahmapure Veshma Dakaram Yedidam Mune Pundarikam tu Tanmadye Akasho Dakarosti Tat Sa Shivaha Sachidanandaha Sonveshtavyo Mumukshubhihi Ayam Hridi Titaha Sakshi Sarvesham Avisheshataha Tenayam Hridayam Proktaha Shivaha Samsaramochakaha. The last 2 verses of the Panchabrahma Upanishad and the first 2 verses of the 6th chapter Chandogya Upanishad Vivaranam Brahma Gita Sutta Samhita says this. So Mahadeva is present as Sachidananda. Sat plus Chit plus Ananda. Ananda means bliss and Sat means truth personified. Chit means consciousness personified. Mahadeva alone is described as Satchidananda in the Vedas and Upanishads. Satchidananda Vigraha. So he is present beyond the universe. He is present, he is all pervading and also he is present in the heart of all the living entities. Sarvavit. Sacha Indra cha eva vayuscha soshpino cha sa vidyutaha. So he is also present as, he is in Indra, Vayu and the Ashwini Kumaras are also under the control of Lord Shiva. So that is told. And chasa vidyutaha. Vidyut means lightning. Where does it come? In the Mahanarayana Upanishad. Vidyullekeva Bhasvara. Neelatoyata madhyastad vidyullekeva Bhasvara Nivara Shokavattanvi Pitaba Aspatyanopama. When it describes the heart of Narayana, how Mahadeva resides, how Parashakti and Paramashiva is described in the heart of Narayana. Vidyullekeva Bhasvara. It's like lightning coming in the midst of the blue clouds. So that's what Vyasa says here to Arjuna, that Lord Shiva is also called as Vidyuta, Vidyut, lightning. Mata is compared to that, blue clouds, and then Paramashiva is compared to the lightning that comes in the midst of the blue clouds. So that's how they are in the heart of all the living entities. And then this Vidyut, also Vaidyuta, comes in the Atharva Shiras Upanishad. Very specifically this word comes. Atakasmat uchyate Vaidyutam yasmat ucharyamana eva vyakte mahati tamasi Dyotayati tasmat uchyate Vaidyutam. Why Mahadeva is called as Vaidyuta or Vidyut? Because just by merely reciting that word, it illuminates the whole body. That you become conscious of Mahadeva by just reciting that word Vaidyuta or Vidyut. And it eliminates the darkness, because everybody are in, darkness. Unless, we light the lamp and then enlighten ourselves with Shiva Bhakti, we are eternally in darkness. Andam Tamaha, Ishavasya Upanishad. So Mahadeva is that giver of knowledge. The knowledge about Lord Shiva is the highest. And and that will end, that will end the greatest darkness that we are in. So that's what is told in the Atharva Shiras Upanishad. Vaidyuta is a name that comes in the Atharva Shiras for Mahadeva. And sa bhavaha sacha parjanyo mahadevak sanatanaha. So these things, if you see in the Kaivalya Upanishad also, and after describing the features of Lord Shiva, Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilochanam Neelakantam Prashantam Dhyatva Munurgacchati Bhutayonam Samasta Saksham Tamasak Parastad, meditate on that personality who is eternally with Parashakti, who is golden in complexion, who is the ultimate Ishvara, and who is three-eyed and who is blue-throated. By meditating on him, one will go beyond the three modes of material nature. And then it doesn't end there. It says, sa brahma sa shivaha sendrak soksharak paramak swarat sa eva vishnuhu sa pranaha sa kalognihi sa chandramaha sa eva sarvam yadbhutam yatchabhavyam sanatanam nyatvatam mrityumeti nanyah pantha vimuktaye. So he himself is present, that Paramashiva, who is eternally present, who is with Parashakti, he himself is present as, Brahma, Rudra, Indra, Vishnu, Kalagni, Mrityu, Yama, Chandra, Surya, etc. Sa eva sarvam yadbhutam yatchabhavyam sanatanam. So he is present as everything, and then he is Sanatana. Sanatana Dharmam means eternal, right? Sanatana means eternal, the one who doesn't have destruction. So Mahadeva is described as Sanatana. Sanatanam. Nyatva tam mrityumeti anyah panta vimuktaye. Nyatva, when you come to know about that personality. Nyatva means to know about that personality. Nyatva tam mrityumeti. Once you come to know about that personality who is residing in the heart of all the living entities and surrender to him, you go beyond mrityu. Mrityumeti nanyah panta vimuktaye. There is no coming back after that. So that's how Vyasa also explains here to Arjuna that all these personalities, Mahadeva is otherwise called as Rudra, and Mahadeva is otherwise called as Shiva, and Agni, Chandra, Indra, Vayu, Ashwini, Kumaras, all are the expansions of Mahadeva. Sa bhavaha sacha parjanyo Mahadevak sanatanaha. Bhava comes actually very specifically for Lord Shiva. Bhava means the cause of creation. Namo bhavaya cha rudraya cha namak sharvaya cha pashupataye. He is the cause of all the creation. And sacha parjanyo mahadevak sanatanaha. Mahadeva also comes very specifically for Lord Shiva. It comes in the Atharva Shiras Upanishad, and also it comes in the Atharva Shika Upanishad. And the Gayatri mantra for Lord Shiva is Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudrah Prachodayat. So the highlight of this word Mahadeva, it's the favorite of Krishna. In Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Krishna Janmakandam, 75th chapter, he says, Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeveti Vadinaha. The one who chants the name of Mahadeva, 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 one who chants like that, I will start running behind his or her feet. Krishna says this. So that's very, it comes in the Vedas and Upanishads, and Mahadeva is a very specific epithet used for Lord Shiva. He is the greatest of all. He is the god of all the Devatas like Brahma, Vishnu and Indra. And Sanatanaha, Mahadeva Sanatanaha, Vyasa says, so he is eternal. He is imperishable. Sa Chandrama sa cha Ishanaha sa Suryo Varunascha saha. In general, you have that Ashtamurti. Indra, Agni, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera, Yama, Niriti, Ishana. Now, Ishana is another epithet for Lord Shiva, but there is another, personality named Ishana along with that Ashtamurtis. So that's what here Vyasa says, Sa Chandramaha, sa cha Ishanaha, sa Suryo Varunascha saha. So he is present as Varuna, Surya, Indra, Agni, Ishana, Chandra, everything. So the Ashtamurti is his expansion. That's what he says. And then Sa Kalaha, Sontako Mrityuhu, Sa Yamo, Ratriyahanitu, Masardamasa, Ritavaha, Sandye, Samvatsarascha Saha. So he is present as Kala and he is Antaka. And then Mrityu and Yama. He is the day and night. Where does it come? Ahoratre parshve nakshatrani rupam. Mahanarayana Upanishad. Ahoratre parshve. Mahadeva is present as the day and Parashakti Mata is present as the night. Very beautiful. And he is present as the fortnight and month and seasons. Very similar things told by Upamanyu Maharshi in the episode of Upamanyu that comes in the Anushasana Parvam of Mahabharata. And he is the morning and the evening twilights, and he is the year. He is Datri and Vidatri. Data cha sa vidata cha Vishvatma Vishwakarma Krita Sarvasam Devatanam cha Dharayatya Vapurvapuhu. So he is Vidata, he is the ultimate creator, he is the creator of all the creators, and he is the creator of all the protectors of the universe. And he is the soul of the universe. Vishvatmanam Parayanam. Vishvatma, Vishva Atma, he is the soul of all the living entities, and also he is the soul of all he is the soul of the entire universe. Jiva Jagat Ishvara. This is what is described as Pashupati Pasham. Pasham is the bondage, because it is eternally, the Jivatma is eternally, it keeps taking repeated births and deaths in this world, and it is tied, it is, it has that bondage with this universe, and because of which it is not able to realize Mahadeva. And then Pati, Mahadeva is that personality who removes that bondage and then takes the Pati eternally back to, Parakailasha. So Pashupati Pasham is what is very correlated with Jiva Jagat and Ishvara. Bhokta Bhogyam Preritaram Chamatva, Shvetashvatara Upanishad says. So he is the soul of the universe. So he is the soul of the Jivatmas, starting from the blade of a grass till Vishnu, and he is the soul of this entire Jagat. And Vishwakarma Krita, he is the one who makes you do all the activities. Ishwarak sarvabhutanam hriddhe se arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudani mayaya. 1861 Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says to Arjuna, Mahadeva Ishwarak sarvabhutanam, he is present. Mahadeva is present in the heart of all the living entities, which correlates with the verse in the Vedas, Ishanak sarvavidyanam Ishwarak sarvabhutanam Brahmadipatir Brahmanodipatir Brahma Shivo me astu sada Shivom. So that's what he says, and he makes everybody. Krishna says to Arjuna, he makes, Mahadeva makes to do. Mahadeva is the doer of all the acts in this universe. And then he makes all the Jivatmas to engage in some kind of spiritual activity. And then he goes on to say, 1862, Tameva Sharanam Gaccha Sarvabhavena Bharata Tat Prasadat Param Shantam Sthanam Prapsyasi Shashvatam. Go and surrender to him, just like Vyasa repeatedly says to Arjuna, Tam Gaccha Sharanam Devam Varadam Bhuvaneshwaram. Go and surrender to that Bhuvaneshwara, O Arjuna. So Krishna also says, Tameva Sharanam Gaccha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Oh, the personality belonging to the Bharata dynasty, go and surrender to that Mahadeva who resides in the heart of all the living entities and attain the Parashanti, the highest peace. And we have discussed many times how Bhagavad Gita is the words of Lord Shiva, and Bhagavad Gita is Shiva Swarupam. And then Sarvasam Devatanam cha Dharayatya Vapurvapuhu. And all the devatas are under his control. And then if you see, there is another place where Mahadeva's splendor is described. So the splendor of Lord Shiva is described in the Ishavasya Upanishad. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya apigitam mukam tattvam pushan apavranu satyadharmaya drishtaye. From the Mahadeva's body, golden effulgence is coming. Told in the Ishavasya Upanishad, 15th verse. And then, Pushan Ekarshe Yamasurya Prajapatya Vyuharashmin Samoha Tejo Yatte Rupam Kalyanatamam. So, I want to see that personality who is, with the Kalyana Gunas, with the divine qualities and attributes. Mahadeva is described as Shuddha Sattva. He is beyond the three modes of material nature. The three modes of material nature, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, does not touch him. So I want to see that personality who is described as Shuddha Sattva. Tejo Yatte Rupam Kalyanatamam, who is filled with divine qualities and attributes and characteristics. 16th verse of the Ishavasya Upanishad. And then Bhagavatam 8.7.31. Nate Giri Trakila Lokapala Virinchi Vaikunta Surendra Gamyam Jyotih Param Yatra Rajastamascha Sattvam Nayad Brahma Nirasta Bedam. When the Hala poison comes, all the devatas, including Brahma, Vishnu and Indra, they pray to Lord Shiva. And then one of the verses says that, 8.7.31, even Virinchi Vaikunta Surendra Gamyam, the effulgence that is coming out of your body, O Mahadeva, even Virinchi, Brahma, Vaikunta, that is Vishnu, Surendra, Indra, even these three personalities cannot understand the effulgence coming out of your body, O Mahadeva. Jyotih Param, Jyotihi, that Jyoti can never be understood by them. So the Jyoti is actually Jyoti represents the infiniteness of Lord Shiva. But meditating on the personality, within the Jyoti is the highest meditation, as described many times, we have seen in that Vishnu's Basma, where Vishnu wears the Basma all over his body, because his knowledge was half knowledge. He did not attain complete knowledge. In order to attain complete knowledge, he had to apply the Basma all over his body and then bathe with the Basma and eat the Basma. And he has the divine vision of Lord Shiva within the Jyoti, within his heart. And then he attains complete knowledge. So meditating on the form of Mahadeva within the Jyoti is the highest meditation.